McLaughlin. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing again. McLaughlin throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Shepard, and that takes us from second to third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Giants on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. McLaughlin. And that will be incomplete as well.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
This is taken at the 3. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They begin the drive with Pumphrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. Touchdown, Carolina! A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first down, McLaughlin. It's caught by OBJ. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Off play action. McLaughlin. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go.
Off the play fake. McLaughlin. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up fourth.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Newton now to throw. He was trying to get it to Donnell Pumphrey. And it's 3rd and 4. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. A dump off for Dixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, Newton. And his pass incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. To throw again. Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
The final shot before break. McLaughlin, he finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now let's go. Green 39 now. Look at 56.
Off play action. McLaughlin. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go. Green 39.
Off the play fake. McLaughlin, he's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Operating from the gun. Newton. The open man is Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. From the gun, Newton. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Going to give this time to the tailback. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on third down, Newton being chased out left. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
But Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Now a play fake here on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Charles Johnson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. To throw on second down, McLaughlin. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it'll bring up third down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Let's go!
Throwing on third and long. McLaughlin. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Panthers coming out now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch tight, tight is right. Watch tight, tight is right.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And we're back now in Charlotte. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Play action. McLaughlin. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McLaughlin firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd and 2. McLaughlin, it's caught, Beckham, and he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Newton on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Olivier Vernon in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Newton. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 16. A shotgun snap for Newton. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long. They've kept him under wraps, and on that play, they held him to a short gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They go play action here on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Thomas Davis. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now out come the Giants. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Looking to throw on second down. McLaughlin. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, McLaughlin. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. To throw is Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 50, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. Had a nice broken tackle and then brought down right around the 20. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
in the red zone this time. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure?
And that's caught inside the 30. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Fresh set of downs here. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 6 seconds now, 5 seconds.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had to fly over the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on